wondered why the market always goes against you? Many times after you've bought a share, then share prices started to drop. Is it because that the market doesn't like you? How do we overcome this situation then? M Plus Wiz, which alerts on potential entry for trending stocks, might do the trick for you. Is that all for the Wiz feature? Not at all. To find out more, please visit us at mplusonline.com/wiz.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to our M Plus Wiz highlight for today. And today I am Louis Lau here. We'll be sharing you some of the insights about the stock market. And especially today is, when KLCI went up above 1,600 level, it is very interesting because we are already in October. And this round, we are near towards this budget 2022. So that is why a lot of a lot of trading interest has been, mounting towards all this sector. Okay, so one thing that I take note of this, the broader market. One thing I would always look for is the indices, which are the counters that is actually producing, which are the sectors that is producing high gains or high change in terms of today's movements. So if you look into KLCI, it's only up 0.37%. So, but if you look into construction sector, is up 0.73%, and property is up 0.72%. So I guess the idea here is to focus on construction and property because during the budget 2022, we are going to expect some of these goodies to be surrounding construction and also properties. And if we are talking about the related counters that is, relate to construction sector, that will be building materials. Okay, so these are the three sectors that I will focus on ahead of the budget 2022. So let's move on into FPM KLCI for a bit before we go into some of the counters that we have chosen for today. So I think KLCI has went up quite positively throughout the past 2 weeks. And that was, it has triggered a breakout above the 1550 and rallied towards the 1600 level. And today itself, it tried to break above the 1600, but certain pressure might be coming in. This could be due to over the past 2 weeks, it has been rising. So this could be just a profit-taking activities. So one thing that I will notice is whether the continuation of the foreign funds is actually picking up or not over the next couple of days. If yes, then this KLCI index will continue to surge higher. So for the time being, where is the support? Okay, where is the support? I would say that, around the 1580, that will be the first support that we are going to monitor, 1580 level. And if it is breaking below this level, which I think the chances of it breaking below this is low because ahead of the budget 2022, normally people will start to trade higher and position themselves. And especially right now, with the recovery team coming back, this is certainly bode well for the banking stocks. And banking stocks is very heavy in FBM KLCI. So I think there is a very good opportunity for the KLCI index to surge even higher after the pullback. Okay, after the pullback, it could actually surge even higher. So let's put some forecast here. Okay, so this is what I could expect in the near term with be slightly ahead of this budget 2022. Maybe people will take profit. Then again, it will rally once it hits some good support area. Okay. So another thing that I want to point out is the small cap index. Small cap index is quite nearby to the previous high here, and that is a bit of worrying because it is hitting resistance. We don't like to see when things are hitting resistance. So the breakout happens along the 16,400 points to 16,600 points level. It rallied for almost a month, okay, a month, and it has hit near towards the resistance level. So people might be taking profit at this juncture. And throughout the past 2 weeks, normally you are able to make money, right? Because the small cap index is rising. And if right now, if the small cap index is turning, then it might hit your portfolio. So you might want to adjust your portfolio just in case this small cap index is reversing. Then you should be taking some profits off the table. Okay, another one sector that we always look at is the oil and gas. Let me go through the oil and gas counter here. So oil and gas relies on the crude oil prices, and crude oil prices right now is around 85.73, and it should trade higher from this point onwards because we anticipate this uptrend in tech position to sustain at least towards the $90 mark. So if that is the case, if we have a view that this oil price is heading higher, and if this oil price is heading higher, then people will still be able to trade the oil and gas sector. So oil and gas sector today, it did not really do too well, but it's also quite all right. It's still in the positive region. So we just have to monitor this, whether is it a pullback and then a continuation pattern overall. So that's the overview, market overview. And with that in mind, we this morning we have already put in some of the counters. So what are the counters we have put in is Armada, because it's under oil and gas sector. We think that there is a very good chance that the oil price of above 85 should also sustain towards 90, and therefore we have put in some of the counters such as Armada and also RL. Okay, Reservoir Link is also under the oil and gas counter, but it didn't trigger, only triggered the Armada. Other than that, I think Resintech also we have put in. Resintech did very well at the start of the day. It went up from 76 cents level towards 78.5, although it's just 4 to 5 ticks away. But I think it is very a good amount of opportunity to trade within this range itself. And if you look into the daily chart, it's even much better, because this is a flag formation, breakout formation here, and hopefully that it can sustain towards 80 cents or even towards the previous high around the 89 cents level. So overall chart pattern is still uptrend in tech. Here you can see that higher high, higher lows, and you can see that it has been ranging here with a strong resistance along this 77 towards this 80 cent level. So I guess this would be the range that you are going to monitor for a strong breakout from this point onwards. But I would suggest that today itself is already a minor breakout, and we are going to aim for further upside from this point. Okay, Gadang is under the construction sector. We do note that construction sector is very healthy because ahead of this budget 2022, a lot of things will rally in tandem with this budget 2022. So what I can see here is that it has just started to rally since 6th of October. Unlike the small cap index, it has rallied since September. But laggard play under this construction sector will be good for the position ahead of this budget 2022. So any pullback towards this 170 or even 168 level, I think it is good for us to re-enter into the construction sector. So construction sector, we have put in Gadang for today, and it has triggered us this morning, I believe. It is around this list level here. I think it is ranging around 41 to 42 cents level just today. But I think there is a very good amount of opportunity, because this is just the start of the trend. You can look at it, the volume wise, it's just the start. And in terms of the higher high, higher lows formation, it has started, and higher highs is formed as well just today. So hopefully this will able to pull back and then recover higher into 44.5 or even towards 47 or even towards 49.5. Bear in mind, Gadang is always good when they announce some infrastructure related to MRT, LRT projects. So that we are anticipating that to happen, and therefore this should be good for the time being. Okay, another one is Nilex. Nilex has hit pullback, rebound, and momentum breakout today. And although there is some slight pullback formation here, but I'm not too worried because it is at all-time high area, which means that it is going through the higher highs and higher lows formation, and that would bode well for the long run. So as long as this support is supported in the near term, for instance, if the price is able, to rebound, recover above or stand above this 109,110 level, then it should be good for the long run. What I foresee right now is that a lot of chemical related stocks are going up because they are anticipating a good sets of results in the upcoming months, and therefore that should continue to stay strong on the trend itself on the price chart. So in terms of the earnings wise, I think most of the counters will be able to perform well. Most of the counters, I'm not saying all, but at least most of the counters that, when China and also US are requiring this infrastructure play, or whenever this oil and gas or crude oil related, crude oil prices is going up, chemical related counters should also go up in tandem as well. Okay, so that is the idea behind how you link back from this commodity prices to whatever you are seeing right now in terms of the price action or the chemical related industries. Okay. So another counter that we have put in today is JHM. JHM has breakout last Friday around 1 ringgit 87 cents level. Today there is a minor breakout, but it also pulled back a little. So I hope that it can sustain sideways, forming a flag formation that we can anticipate a good breakout move from this point onwards. I would suggest that from this structure here, it should turn into a sideways move, and then hopefully that ranging around T plus 2, T plus 3, T plus 4, and then hopefully there is a breakout down the road towards the 2 ringgit level, or even 2 ringgit and 12 cents level. So that is the whole idea here. Okay, before we move into the Q&A section, I think we will require you all to share this video out and like this video in order for you to ask question. If you have the sharer badge, okay, sharer badge, and also you have already liked our video and share it out to your friends, then we will be able to answer your question. Okay, so our the Q&A section will be around 12:50. So I'll go through another list, okay, another list that we have always been providing. Okay, we've always been providing before we go into the Q&A section. Okay, so daily picks is always what we think and what we believe today's market will be tuning to, and we try to position ourselves in those related counters under that segment. So today we have oil and gas, construction, chemical related, technology a little bit, and property counter. Property counter we put in KSL. It did went up very strongly. I think 66 cents towards 69 cents. So that is a very good around 3 cents movements. So I think it has triggered, but it didn't show up here. I think it could be some minor technical problem here. Okay, but it is definitely a strong breakout. So and hence under our list itself should be good for a breakout place normally. Okay. Okay, so if you don't have any ideas, on what to trade and where you can find opportunities, one way is to look at the traders list. Okay, because traders list is what we put in over the past 6 days, 6 to 7 days, and it will flow through. If today's counter, such as daily peak, these 8 counters, it will flow through to traders list, and it will park there for another 6 to 7 days. So to give you an idea that what are the stocks that has been triggered and has been quite strong in terms of the price action, and those are the things because we believe that once we put in, it will trade at least. It should have trading interest for at least 2 weeks. So around 7 days, we will take the counters out, and that is how we work on the traders list. Okay. So let's go through one by one. Let's see Sarawak Plant. We did, I think, put in earlier on around this level here. It is quite similar in terms of price action. It didn't change much over the past week, but again, there is a good good signal here. It might be signaling potential upside towards the new high. you have to remember that CPO prices right now is declining a little bit below the 5,000 level. But overall, I still think that earnings wise, it should generate new high for earnings for plantation counter. So before November, normally people will start to position themselves and they will try to wait for the results to come out. So they buy ahead of results and wait for the results to come out and sell after the results. That is how they operate during this past 1.5 two years period. Okay. So OCK is under the telco sector. They have been, triggering some signals here and there, but overall, over the past, I think, 10 days, it is still ranging around the 50 to 50.5 cents level. This is also awaiting a good potential breakout, a strong breakout. Once people starts to focus on this budget 2022, I believe that there would be some goodies for the telco sector, and that is how I see OCK as a beneficiary of it. And from this point, I think easily it should surge towards 52.5, towards 54 cents level. Okay. Other than that, you can see we have put in Charimin, LC Titan, and Hexstar is today's stock picks. WTK is also related to this wood or plantation, and it has started to trigger again. But again, you look at the charts, the chart pattern on FPM small cap. It is a little bit toppish, and today FPM KLCI is a little bit on a inverted hammer position. So let's see how it pans out in the second session. If the second section is still weak or selling pressure is still coming back, then I think for the rest of this week, perhaps there would be more profit taking activities. So that is how I look at the overall chart pattern right now. Okay, Barvest is interesting because it relies on this the gold prices, and gold prices right now is still trading slightly below the 1,800 US dollar mark. I should think that in the near term there is not much of impetus for the gold prices, unless the US dollar is declining, then perhaps the gold price may recover strongly from that point. So let's see how does it pan out for these gold prices. But I wouldn't suggest you to go in more on this gold related counter, because this price is not able to cross above 1,800 US dollar. It should not bode well for Barvest. Barvest right now is on an uptrend position. It could be because ahead of the results they are buying in, but definitely we might be looking into some toppish moment along this level, 60 towards 62.5 cents level. Okay, for Samcam, also break out a little bit. It has pulled back. It is quite similar to the small cap index, which is near towards the previous high, and so you have to hold on a bit. Try not to do more exposure, but try to hold on until the trend changes. Okay, MGRC I think is also uptrend position. Sorry, this one is MGRC is also uptrend position. Right now it's trying to retest the previous high around the 261, 260 level. So overall chart pattern is still decent. It has rebounded off the EMA moving average 50 twice, one and two rounds here. And this is the round that it is trying to retest the previous high. So again, it is uptrend intact position. I think it is quite healthy for people to join in, but this might be the last leg. This might be the last leg for the uptrend move. So let's see once it is breaking out above this 261 level, perhaps profit taking activities would come in more by then. Okay, so if you want to your stocks to be reviewed, you can put into the comment section, and remember, you must have a sharer badge, and also like our video and share it out to your friends to get a sharer badge. Okay, so I've singled out some of the questions here, and we have around about 7 counters, I think, and we'll talk about these counters right now. Okay, so we will end the Q&A section at 1, then we will do a conclusion and we end this webinar. Okay, so this is some question that came up to us is SKP Resources. So SKP Resources is under the EMS player, like their clients. One of the clients is Dyson, and most of the time that when we talk about EMS, it is always back towards the technology counter. So technology sector is certainly on a very good position because it has been all this while trending higher. And we did mention in one of our webinars to say that this technology index may go up towards 100, and right now it's just about 97. Is 3 points, 2 points away from this 100. So I'm expecting it to continue to surge higher towards this level. And given that technology sector is going up, SKP resources under the EMS players is also related to the technology counters should also do well. Okay, so that is how we relate things. And bear in mind, some of the counters like FPI, PIE also been going up. So certainly we are looking quite decent on the price chart for SKP resources. But one thing to take note is that it is quite nearby towards the previous high, and the range has been quite stagnant sideways. So I'm not too sure whether the buyers are interested to push up the share price or not, but it certainly tells that there are a lot of sellers that is balancing out the buyers at this current point of time. So what I foresee here is that if we are able to monitor for a breakout above the 194 or even 2 ringgit level, then that would be a more convincing point that for us to tag along with the stronger uptrend position. But right now it seems like it is a sideways mode, and there is a very high chance that it may fall further. Okay, so these are the two candles that I monitor here, because after this inverted hammer, selling pressure continued to mount up. After the slight rebound, the selling pressure is also up here. So volume wise, it's also high on this red color bar. So perhaps this is not really a good decent chart until it is able to break above the 2 ringgit level. So support is at 1 ringgit and 75 cents. Once it is breaking below the support, then perhaps you have to take a cut, or if it is able to rebound on top of this 175, then you might want to trade from 175 to 195 or 2 ringgit level in the midterm. Okay, so that's how you position yourself in SKP resources. Okay, the other one is Aneka Jaringan, under the building material segment. Related to construction sector, is a proxy towards the construction sector. I believe that there is more upside to it. Bottoming out phase is holding well around the 24 cents level. It has triggered some resistance, or perhaps there could be some resistance breakout above this 27.5, and that should be a good signal for you to enter and to target 31.5 cents level. So this would be the range that we are going to monitor for a good trading position. And right now, it seems like you can actually update your support level to 26 cents. If there is a break below 26 cents level, then you have to cut loss. That kind of move. But overall, I think if this is tagging along with the construction sector, it should be good. Okay, it should be both well for the building material segment. Okay, the other one is OVH. OVH is related to oil and gas company, and this is just bottoming out phase. Um, this is also an IPO, and then it went lower, and so a very strong resistance can be seen around 41 cents level. So if there is a good rally from this 33 34 cents level, the next target that I'm just looking at, just based on this chart, will be 41 cents. So OVH, if we are basing on this crude oil prices, it is certainly well. It is certainly well, and we are going to monitor whether these crude oil prices can sustain towards 41 cents, and crude oil prices can sustain towards 90 US dollar mark. If it is able to secure towards that level, then perhaps this OVH could also rally towards this 41 cents level. So I would say that OVH is quite a good counter to monitor for upside potential, because they're under the correct sector, which is the energy sector, and energy sector relies on the crude oil price. Okay. Other than that, we have Vidat. Vidat is a sideways move, unable to see a clear trend yet, still sideways ranging. So 38 cents, 41 cents, I believe it should just trade sideways for the time being, and shouldn't have a lot of movements for now. There isn't a lot of catalysts out there for Vidat as well. So I think it will be just a sideways move. Okay. So next one is PA. PA Resources is related to aluminum price. Aluminum price has been surging to all-time high, and that is certainly good for aluminum counters. So PA is related to that as well. So it has been rallying, but it is not as strong as P metal. The pullback is also quite expected. I think it has hit the resistance here and here, and it has pulled back towards this support zone around the 42 towards 43 cents level. I think there is a very good chance that if you spot a good white candle here along this level over the next couple of days, then that would be the entry that you want to participate. And 42.5 cents is the support, and the 47.5 cents here, 47.5 cents here will be your resistance again. Okay, this range. Okay. So other than that, coastal and also OMH. So we'll take another few more questions until near towards 1 p.m. Then we will close this session. Okay. So two bar pullback have seen on coastal chart. It has rallied and pulled back, rally and pull back. So it is quite similar. So perhaps this is a good sign that we might be anticipating a strong up run from this point onwards. Just monitor this two bar. It's quite similar to this two bar here. And I would say that the chances of hitting the jackpot here is quite high. So what I'm going to monitor here is 133 support, 140 is the resistance. Once it is breaking out above the resistance level for that particular today's bar, then we should be able to see further upside. So the next potential target that I'm looking at will be around the 150 zone, 160 zone. These are the two levels that I'm going to monitor for coastal. Okay. So OMH, we did put this in under our market chat, which is our market market outlook report for fourth quarter, and we did put in quite early around this level here, I think. So it has been a very good rally due to the products that they're selling. It is at a very strong elevated position, the FASI and also silicon manganese. So overall, I see that no downside risk is happening right now because the earnings should be coming in strongly. But whether you are paying more premium to it or more discount to it. So right now, I think it is nearing the previous high around the 420 towards 471. That is our ultimate target for this round of rally. Support range will be located around this level here. Around 360 level, it will be the support. So anything that is going to pull back towards this 368 and rebound, I would take that as an opportunity to find a good rebound formation towards the 4 ringgit 20 cents or even towards the 4 ringgit 71 cents level. So I think there is no not much of a downside risk for this kind of counter because the earnings wise is quite solid down the road. Okay. So there's a question, if gold price maintains but US dollar weakening, gold price in Malaysian ringgit going up, will this affect local gold stocks? I think we will rely on the gold price as a general. I don't think we need to rely on the gold price in Malaysian ringgit to go up or go down. I would say that when the gold prices in the sentiment wise is going up above the 1008, then our local counters such as Barbas, Tome, Pokong should be going up. But you can see that Pokong, Tome is not really performing because the gold prices has been coming off below the 1008. Only Barbas is going up. Perhaps Barbas is a mining company. It's not the same as the jewelry retail shops. So that's why they are able to perform much better compared to the retailing counters. Okay. So I'll take the last two counter. I will take ARCO and also VS. ARCO, I think it has rallied quite substantially last week itself from 30 cents towards 38 cents, pull back today towards 35 and rallied towards 39. This is certainly a good formation here. And I think ARCO last time has this test kit, and test kit is also one of the hot topic right now. Under this post-COVID environment, people use more test kit, all this test kit, not the saliva test kit or even the DIY test kit. So this might be the reason that it is rallying for ARCO. And I would say that the next resistance will be around the 42.5 is easily achievable, and support is around the 36 cents level. Okay, so last counter for today, I would take in the VS. VS is related to SKP Resources, kind of EMS player. It is more positive compared to SKP Resources, and this round it is actually forming a symmetrical triangle formation. So hopefully that it should consolidate with a declining volume here. And then once there is a good breakout again, then yes, you are going to re-enter again on this counter, and hopefully that you can each reach around 180 to 2 ringgit. I think that two levels will be the immediate and also midterm target for us to hit. Okay, so this will be the range for LVS industry. Okay, so that would be it. I would just conclude the session with a summary. Today's market event is more positive because of KLCI is above the 1,600 level, and we are heading into the budget season, budget 2022, and most of the counters such as construction, property, telco, it will be performing well due to these potential goodies that it will be emerging in the budget 2022. Recovery plays has been seen in FBM KLCI members such as banking, all these oil and gas related counters and Genting related counters as well. So that's why it has propped up the shares, to a recent high. But if there's a pullback, I would say that will be a healthy correction and not a reversal trend. We have more to look forward to rather than more risks to be anticipated in the near term. Okay, so I guess that would be the conclusion for today's session. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and hopefully that you have digested some of the stocks. Hopefully you have a good trading day ahead. Thank you so much. Bye bye.